First of all, I want to introduce myself. Since long time I didn't introduce completely, but today I am here to introduce myself and I'll tell you everything what all happened and how it was studied and who I am. So first of all, you should know my name. My name is Muhammad Firoz Qureshi. It's my full name, and I am 18 kilometers far from here, and my hometown is Aurangabad, district Bulandshahr. So I'll tell you who I am and what I am doing now. First of all, if I talk about my qualification, so I am postgraduate in English literature. I am graduate in BSc biology, and I am doing diploma in pharmacy. But I'm doing also a job. I've been working with a company situated in America, and I am there as a claim specialist, claim submission specialist. So this is who I am and what I do. I'll tell you how it was studied, how I met with this Institute of English Language. So it was 2014 and 15. I was in 12th class. So my father told me, because of my father has a friend, he was in Saudi Arabia. My father's friend was in Saudi Arabia. He was a professor of chemistry. So my father used to talk about me that my son is studying. So he used to tell about me that my son is studying. So he said, if you want to do something for your son, so tell him to learn English and computer. So my brother is already having an institute named Friends Cyber Cafe and Computer Coaching Center, which is in Aurangabad. So I learned computer from there, which was basic, nothing was special. So after that, I came to in 2014 or 15. He had an institute in Aurangabad. So I met with him there. So from the first day when I went to the Elixir at Aurangabad, I met a guy named Guddu. He was a student. I talked with him and I realized that he is a teacher. So I talked with him and finally asked, so who is going to teach me? Because I thought he's the manager or a teacher who doesn't teach. Because in any institute there are lots of people. Someone teaches and someone not. Someone is in management. So I asked, no, who is the teacher? Then he said, no, I don't teach. Sir is not here today. He'll be here tomorrow. So next day I was shocked that when his student is like this, so how would be the teacher? So next day I met with him and I talked with him. I was really impressed with his communication skills and the way of teaching. I liked him. Since then, I studied teaching with to Siana and studied his own institute, which was in Purana Chatta in Siana, right? So I came here, I studied learning, and since then I studied means keep learning English and learn everything which was needed. So in 2017, I said, sir, I need money, I need to earn something, I want to teach. So I taught in Chandravati Senior Secondary, which is after the canal on Bugrasi Road. I taught there for 1 year. After 1 year, I went to Noida. I joined a very small company. I was getting very less salary. So since I started, I changed the company. I changed the organizations continuously, and I changed 4 organizations. Now I have been working with a company which is in America directly. There is no office in India, and now I do not do so tough work. My work is very, very, very easy. Means you have to check few things and then submission. And you won't believe about my earning. How much I was earning in the school, it is approximately 9 or 10 times more than now. And I don't think that they are paying less salary. In schools, they don't pay the less salary. They're paying good salary, means not too less, but approximately 9 to 10 times more salary I am earning now. So how it was all started, how I met sir, and who I have told you everything. So what's the reason that it happened? Why it happened all of a sudden? Why it was just going all through? It was because of my goal. It was because of my target. It was because of my focus. When you have the only one focus, you don't have any other options, so then you go straight, you go to your path, then it is possible. So first of all, I want to clear one thing. If you have other thoughts in your mind that I'll do this and then I'll do this, I'll do this, if I don't do this then I'll do this, so that's not gonna work. That's gonna drag you into the means in the low level, which I don't think that you are supposed to be. First of all, make your goal clear, make your focus clear, what you want to do, because dream and target is a different thing. In the dream, you think only, but the target, you start working. So start working on your target, on your goal, on your focus, means on your object, what you want to do, and start doing that. If you're having two options, then drop it. But for English, it is mandatory for everything. I'm talking about your future, I'm talking about your success, I'm talking about your career, but I'm not talking about the English. For everything, do whatever you want. Whatever you want. If you want to go into the government sector, private sector, self-owned business you want to have, do anything, whatever you want. But remember, your English is mandatory for everywhere. I'll tell you an incident I just told before a minute ago. Some incident happened in Noida with me. I went to the police station. Okay, and there were some allegations against me, which was not. So I was dragged falsely or any hate reason. So I went to the police station. I talked with the SHO. So I started talking in English with him. So he was impressed. He said, how is it possible that you are here and the person is just alligating on you like this? You are not looking like this. So I made a phone call to someone and he just said, okay, you go. So I talked in English with him. So the person who is the SHO, he's a government officer, but still he's speaking in English. So I am telling you, English is mandatory everywhere. Whether you are in government job, whether you are in private, do whatever you want. If you want to go to the government job, so English will play a huge role in the government sector. Why I'm telling you? Suppose if you want to join Indian Army, first of all you will be only a normal CRPF officer, right? Normal. Then the degrees or the commands goes up, right? Your positions goes up. How it goes up? Because of your communication. I'm telling you, don't take it in light. It is really serious. In the government job, if your English communication is good, especially for the uniform services in government sector, English will play a very huge role in your career to go ahead in life. If you want to be the officer in government job, so your communication should be really, really nice. If your communication is not good but you are very talented, you won't go so far. You will be staying at your point where you are. Suppose you have joined a CRPF and you are normal a soldier, so you will be always soldier whether you are talented or not. And if you are going to the Indian Navy, right, it plays a very high role in the in English. English plays a very high role in Indian Navy. You know why? Because especially it deals with the foreigners. Some people are engaged with the trades which is coming from the other countries. We trade with other countries. So how we deal? We deal in English, right? If we are an officer and we are meeting with an officer which is from the different country, so we'll talk in English. If you say that, sir, मैं यहाँ आया था आपके पास and then I have some contracts. If you say this in English, मेरे पास कुछ कागज़ हैं, आप इन्हें sign कर. Then what are you talking about? They'll say. So you have to say this in English. I have this contract and I need your sign on this page or on this paper to get it clear. So one of my friend is a senior officer in Indian Navy, and I hope you will believe or not, he's getting 40 lakh a year. 40 lakh a year, and other income is I'm not talking about the other income. 40 lakh a year. If you divide 40 lakh into 12 months, so you can calculate how much it will be. I'm not good at maths. I'm not good at, but you can calculate. It would be more than 3 or 4 lakh for 12. I think near about 4 lakh, right? 3.97, 3.96 or 3.9. It will be the 3 lakh plus. How is it possible? He had a good communication skill and he got selected in Indian Navy and now he's an officer. Same goes to the Indian Army, Indian Air Force, and Indian Air Force having means a bigger role than both Indian Navy and Indian CRPF, which is called which works on the ground, right? Huge role follows the Indian Air Force. If you don't speak English in Indian Air Force, you will not be deployed anywhere. You will get the training first. If you want to go Indian Air Force, so there is a very huge role of English. So I just explained that how English is important in the government sector. Now move to the private sector. You just forget to do the job without English in private sector. There is only one line. Don't dream to do the job in private sector without English. If you have it, just forget it. It is not going to happen ever. So thank you so much. It was all. I think I took a long time, which is not supposed to do, but I took a long time. I think it's enough. Something so you can, although I have completed or I have told you everything, this is enough. Thank you so much for listening. It was really nice meeting with you. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.